department the proper operation of the fire hydrants and the valves that they have to operate. It helps find weaknesses in our water system so we don't get any surprise leaks or surprise bursts. And it makes sure that checks for the valves. It makes sure that our valves are working properly, and it makes sure that we have adequate water flow for our firefighters in case they need it for a structure fire. And you don't mind if I steal your thunder, do you? I mean, we have the thunder out there, but I want to thank my fellow council members here. We went to the GMA conference, and Fireline was there, where we're buying our new truck from. And I know each of these council members went to Bob, the gentleman who runs Fireline, asking where our new truck was. Well, folks, some good news. Our truck will be here either tomorrow or Friday, based on the weather and everything getting up here. So just wanted to let you know that. So it'll be here by the end of the week. We'll have a new fire truck. So just in closing, I want to thank the members of the Grovetown Fire and Rescue, and thank you to the members of the Grovetown Police Department for their continued professionalism and their preparation and their service to the community. So pending any questions or comments, that's all I have. And then we'll move to utility billing and utility services. Ms. Veronica Simpkins.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone. Everyone here in the audience, our Mayor Pro Team, fellow councilmen, and anyone that's out in live land, if we're up and running. Your utility service report as follows. Water Department completed 151 trash can service orders, performed 509 other service orders. They performed 53 water meter histories, repaired 15 water leaks, 6 new water meters were installed, and 14 water meters were replaced. So as you can see, they've been very, very busy, and we just appreciate everyone on that team. I tell you, they do such a great job. Stormwater Department cut and cleaned 10 retention ponds this month. They cleaned 5 ditches and replaced 4 stormwater pipes. Assisted water and wastewater departments on 17 occasions, and they had been busy as well. Wastewater cleaned 1 sewer line, assisted other departments on 19 occasions. I was giving you 119, but we'll do 19 occasions. Spent 25 hours cutting grass and for various locations around the city. Our wastewater treatment plant discharged 34.52 million gallons of treated water into Butler Creek, used 32.9% of the plant's capacity, operating with 3 to 4 basins because extra capacity is not needed. Awesome. This saves electricity and equipment wear. So we're saving in that aspect. Operated the plant for only 1 day on a generator power and saved approximately $3,500 in power usage. Sent 10 sludge dumpsters to the landfill, and equipment availability was at 92%. So they're doing an awesome job with maintaining our equipment, making sure nothing's broken, and doing those, checks that they do. So we thank you so much for everything that you do in that department, and it does not go unnoticed. And this concludes my report unless there's any further questions.
I think we're good. Thank you. Item 6C, Planning and Development. Councilmember Richard Bowman.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Our Planning and Development Department, on the development side and the business side of the house, there were 146 building inspections performed. There were 19 certificates of occupancy issued. It's always good news to know that projects are being completed and people are being able to move in. There were there were 8 new business licenses issued, and there were 34 building permits issued. So they were busy. On the code enforcement side, there were 45 overgrown vegetation cases. Now, the interesting thing that came up when we were talking about the bulk waste violations, that we have the steps that they go through, it's interesting to see that oftentimes people do comply, because out of those 48 cases, 48 cases, 39 written warnings were issued. However, only 2 had to move to the notice of violation stage, so people are responding. There were 44 signs removed from the right-of-way. I always, at these meetings, I like to ask citizens to please be careful about posting signs on your property. You do have a right to post a sign, but it cannot be in the right-of-way. And by the code, the city has the right to remove it if it is in the right-of-way. So please be sure that you're taking a look at that. There were I'm looking the previous month, there were 6 trash can cases, which is an improvement over the 15 from the previous month. There were 5 inoperative vehicle cases. There were 3 banner signs that were removed, which are not to be used within the city limits. There were 4 business license checks. As it relates to bulk waste, there were actually 38 bulk waste cases. Again, we do see that some people have responded, as there were 26 initial written warnings, but only 2 notices of violation had to be written. So some people are responding. But we'd like to get to the point that there's no issuance of warnings or of any other sort, that our citizens are in compliance with the required code as it relates to bulk waste. There were 3 property maintenance cases in line with the previous month. There were no construction permit checks that were required. And there were no civil matters that arose in our neighborhoods. There were 9 parking violation cases, which again, we caution people when that you follow the rules as it relates to the way you park your vehicles. There was 1 obstruction of a right-of-way case, and this month there were no animal nuisance cases, and there were no citations issued. With that, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, that completes the report for the Planning and Development Department.
All righty, thank you. Item 6D, General Services. Councilwoman Jacqueline Rivera-Player, you're on.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to do the report for General Services for the month of June. We have 3 big departments. The first one is streets and sanitation. On street and sanitations, they did 138 bags of litter were removed from city streets and sidewalks. 139.68 tons of bulk and yard waste were collected during the month of June. They had 16 service orders were completed for the month of June. 27 bulk trash yard waste violation tags were issued for the month, turning 6 over to code enforcement for non-compliance. 62 citizens calls for the month of June. 12.29 tons of waste debris were collected from city streets using the Elgin sweeper. The right-of-way sign technician has been performing speed studies in different neighborhoods to determine need for speed humps, like Pepper Hill, Liberty Hills, Old Riceboro Road, and Newmanton Road. None qualify currently. Also, we are working on updating signage throughout the city. The second department is the Leisure and Recreation Department. The first one is Liberty Park Community Center. Total hours, field, and facility use was 203. They had new contracts, 22, contracts returned with payment, 13, new gym memberships, 12. The Grovetown Depot, total hours, facility use, 22 hours. Total tours, 5, new contracts, 2, contracts returned with payment, 2. Landscape team. The landscape team focuses on keeping our beautiful landscapes full and colorful, repair several irrigation systems, and add chemicals for weed and insect control. Grounds crew. The grounds crew continues to keep the parks and recreation facilities cut, well kept, and clean. And the third department is facility maintenance, and we have 49 work orders completed for different facilities throughout the city for the month of June. The fleet maintenance, 53 cars repair orders for the month of June. Our 2026 upcoming events. Please put it in your calendars. On July 31st, 2026, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., we're gonna have the National Night Out Back to School Batch at Liberty Park Community Center located at 1040 Newmanton Road. And the second upcoming event, that is gonna be on August 22nd, 2026, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., that is gonna be the Downtown Jam Food Truck event located at 113 East Robinson Avenue. And this concludes my report for the month of June.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. Item 6E, administration. We'll cover that during the director's report. We'll move on. Item number 7, financial statement. Can I get a motion to accept the financial statement as presented by our finance director and assistant city administrator Bradley Smith?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I will make a motion to approve the financial statement.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, we have a first and a second. Is there any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, cast your votes. All right, motion passes. Thank you, Bradley. All right, item number 8, service award. Our city administrator, Elaine Matthews.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. A little over 5 years ago, we launched a search for an HR director when I got promoted to city administrator, and we found David Tolson. If David would come forward, we'd like to make a presentation for a 5-year pin. And David, this certificate of appreciation is awarded to you. You are hereby recognized by the Mayor Pro Tem and council members of the city of Grovetown, Georgia, for your faithful service to the citizens of our city for the past 5 years. This certificate and pin are tokens of our appreciation for your dedication to making our city the best it can be. We can never thank you enough for your loyalty and hope to have you as a valued team member for many more years to come. Signed, sealed, and delivered this 13th day of July 2026, signed by Eric W. Blair, Mayor Pro Tem. And I do want to say, when David came to work, our vacancy rate, which was right after COVID, was
A little over 40%,
a little over 40%. Our vacancy today is
5.8.
right at 6%. So he's done a fantastic job of helping us fill vacancies and maintaining the benefits and all that we do for employees. So congratulations on 5 years with the city.
Thank you so much. I just want to say that it is indeed a privilege and an honor to serve here with the great citizens and the great staff and council, Mayor Pro Tem and council members here at the city of Grovetown. This is my retirement job, but I take it very seriously, and it has been an honor. Thank you.
right, item number 9, Employee of the Month. Once again, our city administrator, Ms. Lane Matthews.
Y'all really let me do all the fun jobs, don't you? And by the way, I'm glad to be back here at work. I missed the last meeting, which was the first meeting that I've missed in many years. But I missed all of you, and I thank you for your cards, your calls, your emails, and so forth, for checking on my husband and I during this difficult time. So thank you all. He is better, should be home in a few days, so thank you all. At this time, if Philip Knight would come forward, and Keith Lyons. Philip's son is also with him, and he looks just like his dad. Isn't that amazing? Okay, we are proud to give you the Employee of the Month Award for June of 2026. This award is given to Philip Knight to thank you for your outstanding service to the citizens of Grovetown, Georgia, signed by Eric W. Blair, Mayor Pro Tem. And on the back is a gift card for you for your outstanding work in the Water and Sewer Department. We thank you. Job well done. Congratulations, Keith.
Philip's a light equipment operator in the wastewater collection department. He's responsible for getting all your drains and stuff from your house to the new wastewater treatment plant. It's not the most glamorous job, but it's very, very, very important. And I just want Philip to know how vital he is to the city and how much I appreciate him. Thank you.
That's right. Say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Congrats.
All right, item number 10, our Vietnam Veterans Recognition. Councilmember Richard Bowman.
So you don't get all of the good jobs to do. If I can please have Reverend Specialist 4 Norman join me. Sir, I'm good. How are you, sir? Fine, sir. On behalf of the Mayor Pro Tem and this City Council, we want to say properly, welcome home, soldier. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Let me tell everyone about this gentleman whose career is service. The City of Grovetown is proud to honor a familiar face within our community and a man who has given his professional life to public service. Elliot Stanley Norman was born on February 8, 1953, and completed his early education in Barcelona, Spain, attending a Spanish-speaking Catholic school. Enlisting in the U.S. Army in 1972 at the age of 19, Specialist 4 Norman served as a combat medic during the Vietnam conflict, working to aid servicemen injured on the battlefield. With this incredible responsibility, he has served at Fort Jackson, Fort Sam Houston, Fort Benning, and even at a U.S. base in Aschaffenburg, thank you, sir, Germany, proudly helping to save the lives of his fellow countrymen who may have been injured on the front lines. Specialist 4 Norman was honorably discharged from Fort Dix on October 23, 1975. As a result of his service, he received the National Defense Service Medal, and in the years following this, Specialist 4 Norman began studying the Bible. He has since earned a BA in Sociology and Social Work from Augusta College, in addition to a Master of Arts degree in Biblical Counseling from Luther Rice Seminary. He also served our state as a social worker and a drug and alcohol counselor with the Georgia Department of Juvenile Justice, where he later retired from. Reverend Norman was married to his wife, Lynn Diane Norman, for 48 years, and together they raised 4 children. Today, he serves as the head pastor at Clifford Memorial Presbyterian Church, and in this capacity, often attends and participates in community events in the city of Grovetown, for which we are thankful, sir. Whether a National Day of Prayer, an MLK Day celebration, or dedication of a new facility, we can always count on Reverend Norman to share a word or two in prayer. The city of Grovetown is thankful to him for his service to our nation and recognizes him for his dedication, bravery, and sacrifices made on behalf of our nation. We also thank him for his great service to this community. Congratulations and thank you, sir. That is for you. We're going to step around here if we can. Oh, I'm sorry if yeah, absolutely.
In this church, we're all here, so.
Come on up, y'all. We can get y'all in the middle here. Just kind of close in the middle. Everybody around.
It's really sad when there's nobody that supports you.
I don't think they have that problem.
Nobody comes to wish them well. That's an awful thing.
All right, folks. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you all. Have a good evening.
That was 3 words.
You sure that's all you want to say? This is for you.
I am deeply humbled by receiving this. I don't do well with compliments or receiving awards. I'm usually on the other end, giving them out. So this is a first for me, and I really appreciate it. And I look forward to continuing to serve the city of Grovetown in any way that I can. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I had heard that you were that kind of guy that wasn't used to saying a lot or taking credit, so I wanted you to have your moment.
Thank you.
All right, item number 11, the business spotlight. Our city administrator, Miss Elaine Matthews.
Before we go forward with this award, I do want to say about Reverend Norman. 3 years ago, he approached our governing officials at the church, and he asked that we set up a Samaritan's Award program in the community. And he's going to be mad at me for telling this, but he funds it. He doesn't depend on the church members to find funding for it, but he does it himself to reward people in the community that do a good job. And if y'all would, many of y'all have been a part of this Samaritan Award. Would you all please stand up so you can see the people that he has honored in this community? And some of you are on the list for July. I hope you've already been contacted. Okay, at this time, we would like to recognize our business spotlight for this month, and we are honoring Pelican Snowballs. So if you all will come forward, we're going to tell a little bit about your business, and glad that you're here to receive this award. They opened on March the 4th, 2017. They're located at 101 East Robinson Avenue, just across the railroad tracks. And I want to tell you a little bit about them. They participate whenever the city has something going on, like our annual Cities Week or whatever. They provide gift cards so people will come over and take advantage of having a free Pelican snowball. So we want to thank them for that in the beginning, to let them know how much we appreciate their participation in this community. City of Grovetown is proud to shine its business spotlight on a beloved business in our friendly little city. Pelican Snowballs has been serving our community with authentic, high-quality, New Orleans-style snowballs since 2017. As they celebrate their 9th season of business in our city, it is evident that they have impacted the lives of our residents through the birthday celebrations, sporting events, and family gatherings held there, or supported by Pelicans over the years. Pelicans is known to partner with entities in the CSRA in support of local events, our local schools, and local city initiatives, such as their participation in Grovetown's Georgia Cities Week. They are a favorite when it comes to a sweet treat on a hot summer day, and our employees can frequently be seen stopping by for a snowball as a way to beat the heat. Their shaved ice offerings also include dye-free, sugar-free, which I'm a fan of, and vegan options for those who with dietary restrictions and preferences. With over 100 different flavors across 9 categories, Pelicans is sure to have something for everyone. We are elated to have Pelicans as a partner in our business community, and we are proud to shine our business spotlight on them for the excellent work they do in the city of Grovetown. Owner's name, Lisa Christie. So congratulations. Here's you a certificate that you can post in the business, and thank you all for always supporting the city.
Thank you.
We'll get a quick picture here.
There you go. All right, 1, 2, 3. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
All right, item number 12, citizen comments. We have one, Mr. Billy Taylor Jr. Good, and your topic of concern is a flag of the city ordinance updated, correct?
Yes, sir. How you
All right.
doing? Council members. My name is Billy Taylor. I'm the owner of the barbershop of Grovetown. I'm a retired vet, entrepreneur. I've given, opportunities for young adults and, people about my age, around about 40, 50 to cut hair. So we have, over the 10 years we've been here, I've never known really the ordinance. It just came to our attention. I got approached by, I forgot his name. He came by and gave us a little warning about having feather flags up. And we've never been able to do it. And I just wanted to know if it is possible, the ordinance can change. I do have some statistical data for other cities in Georgia that about our size that does have flags, and I do understand, like for banners, we can do temporary permits for a time period, but as far as like getting, how can I say it, more visibility to the barbershop for our new people to help build their brand and to build the barbershop, how could that be changed or updated in the city ordinance for like feather flags and all?
He's speaking of banners that are not allowed.
It's, if I'm understanding correctly, it's feather flags, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That you have
Oh,
the feather
feather.
flags,
Oh,
which
yeah.
are prohibited
Yes, sir.
by the city's code.
Yes, sir.
Is there, I'm sorry.
No,
Mr.
go ahead,
Mayor.
go ahead.
Yeah, I know feather flags are prohibited. Sir, is there a particular reason why, you know, you are just so committed to that type of a flag that you're asking, can we change ordinances for that?
Well, yes, sir, it just brings more visibility. Before the guy from the planning and development came by, a few people, you know, they stopped by and say, what are y'all having over there? Being that it's, you know, kids are out of school and they just, sometimes we do back to school events, like I got one coming up at Liberty Park at the end of the month. But just to bring more visibility to some of the new and younger barbers that we do have, because sometimes people don't even know we're there. And it does, I have about a 12 to 14 foot flag that does fly high, so everybody can see it as they're driving by. I've done like personal data, like in the morning, somebody can stand by the barber shop with the open sign on, and the people driving by, they don't even turn their head to even look our way. And I feel with those flags, it just brings a little attention our way, so that will promote a little bit better business for us.
Are you actually making a formal request that the city consider changing and revising or amending its ordinances?
Yes, sir.
To its sign ordinance for this, for just this particular type of feather flag sign?
Yeah, if it could be a possibility to revise it so we can use it for businesses. I do have a little paperwork on just my recommendations on some of the ways we can change, and I can give you this paperwork as well too, so you can see some of the things that I've talked about with my staff and others in the community.
So you've actually talked about to other community business
Yes, sir.
people?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem,
I
I
was
was
gonna-
gonna suggest if he
Some-
has some
something-
data or information that he submitted.
Something we need to consider, yes, sir.
Yeah, if he
Yeah.
submitted, yeah.
Yeah,
I have paperwork for each one of y'all too,
okay,
as well, so,
wonderful. Yeah, it's something we can consider,
okay,
yes, sir,
I appreciate it.
not a problem.
It-
I'm sorry.
If you
go
will
ahead.
submit the data and also contact information
Yes, sir.
To our city clerk,
Brian.
who's over there in the corner. He's been identified as that handsome gentleman in the corner.
Will do. Thank you, sir, appreciate your time.
Yeah, just so you understand, that's not the type of thing, I don't know if you were looking for us to approve something like that, and, you know, right here tonight, that's not that's not the
sir.
process that, you know,
Of
that
course.
could happen
Yes,
with.
sir. I know
Yeah.
everything takes time, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But just the consideration, and if it does help the city out, and there's a small businesses, cool. If not, we do understand. Yes, ma'am. It's in the AM/PM gas station plaza, right across from the Market Walmart. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. All righty, item 13 is general business old, which there is none, so we'll jump into item 14. Item 14A, recommend approval for the city of Grovetown to enter into a scope addition/fee agreement 179-2025 with Johnson LaShober and Associates to provide architectural and engineering services for the construction of a new water utility maintenance office and storage building in the amount of $89,500.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I recommend the approval for the city of Grovetown to enter into scope addition fee assessment 179-2025 with Johnson Lanshober and Associates to provide architectural and engineering services for the construction of a new water utility maintenance office and storage building in the amount of $89,500.
All right, we have a first. Do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, hearing a first and a second, is there any discussion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right. Motion passes. Item 14B, recommend approval for the City of Grovetown to enter into a fee agreement, 2026-147, with Johnson LaShober and Associates to provide design, development, construction documents, bidding assistance, and construction administrative services for the new fire station number 1 in the amount of $25,000. That's for the design phase, and $315,000 plus or minus for the construction administrative services.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I recommend the approval for the City of Grovetown to enter into fee agreement 2026-147 with Johnson Lancover and Associates to provide design, development, construction documents, bidding assistance, and construction administration services for the new fire station number 1 in the amount of $25,000 design phase and $350,000 construction administrative services.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, we have a first and a second. Is there any discussion? Yeah. On,
350.
isn't that what I said?
I think Ms. Simpkins, you may have said 350 on accident.
Oh,
I
I'm
thought
sorry.
you
Well,
said-
let me re-say it. Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I recommend the approval for the City of Grovetown to enter into a fee agreement 2026-147 with Johnson Lancover and Associates to provide design, development, construction document, bidding assistant, and construction administration services for the new fire station number 1 in the amount of $25,000 design phase and $315,000 construction and administrative services.
All right, we have a first. We have a second.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, now I second the motion.
Okay. We have a first and a second. Is there any discussion?
No, sir.
Maybe we should have her read it a third time? Third time's the charm? No, just kidding. All right, at this time, please cast your votes indicating approval or deny. Okay, it's approved. All right, item 14C, recommend adoption of the 2026 millage rate of 6.948 mils.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion for the adoption of the 2026 millage rate at 6.948 mils.
All right, we have a first. Do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I recommend that we, I agree.
All right, we have a first and a second. At this time, I'm going to open it for discussion, and I know, Ms. Jackie, you have a statement you'd like to make? So, here you go.
Good evening. I already wrote everything. I don't want nothing to be forget. Good evening, neighbors, person who's watching us through Facebook Live, and thank you for being here tonight. I want to talk with you directly about the decision your city council made to keep Grovetown's property tax mileage rate the same this year. I know when people hear property taxes, they worry about their family budgets. So let me walk you through the why behind our vote. And all this was discussed in the 3 hearing meetings done by the city on June 8 at 10 a.m., 6 p.m., and on June 13 at 10 a.m. The first one is balancing growth and stability for families. Grovetown continues to grow. New families, new businesses, new roads. With growth comes higher property value across Columbia County. A state law requires us to either roll back the mileage rate when assessment rises or advertise it as a tax increase, even if the rate itself doesn't change. By holding the mileage rate steady instead of raising it, our council chooses stability. Your rate today remains 6.948 mils for tax year 2026. And keeping it flat prevents an added burden on homeowners who are already seeing higher grocery bills, gas prices, and insurance premiums. The second is that we are funding services without raising your rate. Over the last year, Grovetown saw a strong revenue from other sources like local option sales tax, insurance premium taxes, and motor vehicle taxes. Those dollars help pay for police, fire, parks, and road maintenance. Because of that diversified revenue, we can keep funding the 2.5% merit increases for our city employees, maintain public safety equipment, and invest in infrastructure without asking homeowners to pay a higher mileage. New state property tax reform changed the playing field. The 2026 Georgia General Assembly passed SB 33, the Property Tax Reform Bill. It doesn't cap city budgets or eliminate local sales taxes, but it does bring all cities into the HB 581 floating homestead exemption framework. That limits how fast homestead assessment can grow, no more than inflation. Looking ahead together, our commitment is this: provide the police protection, safe streets, parks, and water service you expected, while respecting your paycheck. Holding the mileage rate steady does both. We will continue to pursue grants, manage debt responsibly, and use sales tax dollars wisely to Grovetown stays affordable. We believe keeping the rate the same is the most balanced, transparent choice for Grovetown in 2026. Thank you for trusting us with this decision. My door and this council's doors is always open. Together, we will keep Grovetown a place we are proud to call home. Now, I would like to say the same thing, but in Spanish, for those Latin people who live in our community and don't understand what we are talking about. ¿Por qué la Asamblea de Consejo de Grovetown mantuvo la misma tasa de millaje este año? Buenas noches, ciudadanos, vecinos y personas que nos están viendo a través de Facebook Live. Gracias por estar aquí esta noche. Quiero hablar con ustedes directamente sobre la decisión que tomamos sus concejales en mantener la misma tasa de impuestos sobre la propiedad de Grovetown este año. Sé que cuando la gente escucha impuestos a la propiedad, se preocupan por sus presupuestos familiares. Así que déjenme guiarlos a través del porqué detrás de nuestro voto. Y todo esto se discutió en las 3 reuniones de audiencias hechas por la ciudad, el 8 de junio a las 10 de la mañana y a las 6 de la tarde, y el 13 de junio a las 10 de la mañana. Lo primero fue equilibrar el crecimiento y la estabilidad para las familias. Grovetown sigue creciendo, nuevas familias, nuevos negocios, nuevos caminos. Con el crecimiento vienen mayores valores de propiedad en todo el condado de Columbia. La ley estatal requiere que informemos la tasa de kilometraje cuando las evaluaciones aumenten o las anunciemos como un aumento de impuestos, incluso si la tasa en sí no cambia. Al mantener la tasa de millaje estable en lugar de aumentarla, el Consejo eligió la estabilidad. Su tasa hoy sigue siendo de 6.948 mil para el año fiscal 2026. Y mantenerla igual evita una carga adicional para los propietarios que ya están viendo facturas de comestibles, precios de gasolinas y primas de seguros más altas. Estamos también financiando servicios sin aumentar su tarifa. Durante el último año, Grovetown tuvo fuertes ingresos de otras fuentes, tales como los impuestos sobre las ventas de opciones locales, impuestos sobre las primas de seguro e impuestos sobre vehículos de motor. Estos dólares ayudan a pagar a la policía, los bomberos, los parques y el mantenimiento de las carreteras. Debido a estos ingresos diversificados, podemos seguir financiando los aumentos del mérito de 2.5% para los empleados de nuestra ciudad, mantener el equipo de seguridad pública e invertir en infraestructura sin pedir a los propietarios que paguen un kilometraje más alto. La nueva reforma estatal del impuesto a la propiedad cambió el campo del juego. La Asamblea General de Georgia del 2026 aprobó el proyecto SB 33, el cual reforma los impuestos de la propiedad. No tiene un límite en los presupuestos de la ciudad, ni elimina los impuestos locales sobre las ventas, pero sí lleva a todas las ciudades al marco de exención de la propiedad en el proyecto HB 581. Eso limita la velocidad con la que pueden crecer las evaluaciones de las propiedades, no más que la inflación. Nosotros en nuestro consejo, mirando hacia adelante juntos, nuestro compromiso es el siguiente: proporcionar la protección policial, obtener calles seguras, parques y servicios de agua que ustedes como ciudadanos esperan de nuestra ciudad, respetando su cheque de pago. Mantener la tasa de millaje estable hace ambas cosas. Continuaremos buscando subvenciones, administrando la deuda de manera responsable y usando el dinero del impuesto sobre las ventas sabiamente para que Grovetown siga siendo accesible y asequible para todos. Creemos que mantener la misma tasa es la opción más equilibrada y transparente para Grovetown en 2026. Gracias por confiar en nosotros con esta decisión. Mi puerta y la puerta de este consejo siempre está abierta. Juntos mantendremos Grovetown como un lugar al que estamos orgullosos de llamar hogar. Gracias por escuchar.
Gracias, thank you. All right, is there any other discussion or comments or questions?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, I'll entertain the vote. All right, motion passes. Item 14D, recommend adoption of ordinance 2025-05-01B to adopt the 2025-2026 amended annual balanced budget.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I recommend the adoption of ordinance 2025-05-01B to adopt 2025-2026 amended annual balanced budget, first reading.
All right, we have a first. Do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I will second that.
All right, hearing the first and the second, do we have any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, motion passes. Item 14E, recommend approval of updated bulk waste guidelines and dates.
Mr. Mayor, I would, excuse me. I would like to make a motion for the adoption or an approval of the updated bulk waste guidelines and dates.
All right, we have a first, we have a second.
Mr. Mayor, I second the motion.
All right, we have a first and a second. Is there any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, motion passes. And I know we're going to do a full court press on getting the word out there. So.
Before the press releases start, you will see them, so you're aware of what's
Right.
being released.
Yep.
Be ready to answer any questions that may come your way.
Exactly. All right. Thank you for your work on that. Item 14F, recommend adoption of ordinance 2026-07-01, ordinance to amend Chapter 5, Article 1, Section 5-1 of the City Code to update references to state minimum standard building codes. First reading.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I would make a motion for the adoption of ordinance 2026-07-01, ordinance to amend Chapter 5, Article 1, Section 5-1 of the City Code to update references to state minimum standard building codes first reading.
All right, we have a first, do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor, I second the motion.
All right, hearing a first and a second, is there any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, cast your votes. All right, motion passes. Item 14G, recommend approval of Department of Transportation request for traffic signal at Robinson Avenue and Old Wrightsboro Road, Hardy Drive.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I recommend the approval of the Department of Transportation request for a traffic signal at Robinson Avenue and Old Wrightsboro Road, Hardy Drive.
All right, we have a first, do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor, I second the motion.
All right, hearing a first and a second, do we have any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, motion passes, thank you. I look forward to that project, but it's at least 2 years before they even start digging, but that's all right. All right, item 14H, entertain a motion to recommend approval for the updated General Services Department Program Assistant Job Description, Grade 7.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I recommend the approval of the update General Service Department Program Assistant Job Description, Grade 7.
All right, we have first, we have second.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second that motion.
All right, we have first and second. Is there any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, motion passes. All right, item 15, Director's Report. So we'll start with the City Administrator, Ms. Elaine Matthews. I know you got a couple things.
Thank you, sir. We do have a couple of things. Maybe in about a week, upcoming, you will have an appearance on WJBF News Channel 6, Your Hometown Road Trip, which will feature segments of the depot, museum, and wildflower garden. So if you just check your local listings, you should see there Your Hometown Road Trip, including Grovetown.
Did
and
you have a
Jordan.
date for that yet or no?
We don't. It should be in about a week. They don't give us an exact date. It's just whenever they can get it published. But they did tell us it would be about a week before it shows. If we get a date, we'll give you the information right away. Planning Commission meeting, July the 16th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. Senior bingo. Oh, my goodness. Okay, got over 55 responses. Registration has been closed on that because we were anticipating about 50 and we've had 55. So that's a great number for our first meeting at the depot of our senior citizens for bingo. So it's be a great activity for them to come during the day. That will be 10 o'clock, July 29th on Wednesday, but the registration has closed. Also, National Night Out, July 31st, 6 to 9, Liberty Park. Free to attend. There's a DJ, food, and vendors, and school supplies while they last. Zoning Board of Appeals meeting, August the 6th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. August 13th, Columbia County. This is a month-out announcement for Columbia County Mobile Health Unit. They'll be up in the parking lot next to Concerned Women. Also, this Thursday, July the 16th, they will be there as well. They come on a Thursday of each month, and they like to give us a month's notice. Also, the Downtown Jam's already been announced on August 22nd, so we got a full agenda of a lot of things going on.
And we forgot one, the first Latin festival that we're gonna have on September the 26th.
September 26th, first
From
Latin
3
Festival.
to 8.
Yes, and it's in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ms. Elaine.
Thank you. Anything from the good-looking guy there in the corner, AKA our city clerk? No, sir. All right. Anything from Human Resources? All right. Mr. Bradley Smith, our finance director. Anything else you want to add? You tired of standing up there behind the podium, huh? Okay. General Services. Anything, sir? What about Utility Services? Anything from you, sir? Planning and Zoning? All right. Our Police Department? I did? Okay. He's getting ready to swim out to his car. Looks pretty, parking lot looks pretty full out there. Anything from Fire and Rescue? Anything, sir? Anything from our PIO. He's coming up here, so we must have something.
Just very briefly, our fan drive is still going on, and we are in dire need of fans. We're reaching the hottest part of the year right now, and we are completely out of donations. We are calling for donations for fans right now for our citizens who are looking for a way to beat the heat. That's all I got.
All right, thank you. And last but not least, our city attorney, Mr. Chris Doobie. Any words of wisdom for the group? Nothing tonight? All right. All right, council, any final words?
No, sir.
All right, well, thank you all. Thank you all for watching us. Thank you all for joining us. And at this time, I'd like to adjourn the meeting. We're adjourned.
We didn't do a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I motion that we adjourn the meeting tonight.
We have a second?
Mr. Mayor, I second the motion.
All in favor signify by, there we
Sorry
go.
about that.
Okay, thank you. Yay.
It wasn't that I was hesitating, I just,
Yeah, you want to?
I got distracted.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to go home, yeah.
You don't want to go home?
So, are we off the air now?
Oh,
Can somebody tell me what the heck